Internet peoples, I am having another replay of casting for you guys. And rested replay of casting. That's kind of weird, but that's alright. We are going to be watching FXOmOOnGLaDe, another FXO player, as I did, who did I just cast? It was, Optic Zero. So, I'm having a little bit of fun casting these FXO guys. FXO Chef is another really good guy. MOOnGLaDe did travel to Korea to try and get into the, GSL, but he didn't really do very well with that. Unfortunately, I do wish him luck though. I believe he's actually from Australia, so very cool to see Australian players. And FXOmOOnGLaDe is going to be going up against Squirtle. I was really intrigued when I casted those games of Squirtle versus Moon, so I definitely wanted to find more of him, and I really want to see his PvZ and see if he changes it up against MOOnGLaDe versus Moon. It's kind of funny that I'm casting Moon and MOOnGLaDe, but I still think it's fun. I am very, very impressed with the guy, and I kind of want to see if he does more of like the 15 Nexus type of thing that I do believe that he was doing before. Doing actually a good job of scouting around here, trying to see if there's an Overlord to find out if MOOnGLaDe did spawn up here, but that is not the case. So Squirtle is just going to continue to tech up normally for this game. Let's see, he's going to throw down the 13 gateway. So there's not going to be a 15 Nexus, but that's not expected on this map. 15 Nexus is more of a cross position Shakur's Plateau, maybe even scrap station type of thing. Those are the maps that can actually really work on. And MOOnGLaDe is actually doing the same thing that Moon did, going for the spawning pool, then the extractor, not going for actually first or the extractor first. Interestingly enough, but I am kind of curious what to see from these guys, as these really are GSL caliber players. And we do have Squirtle being annoying and dropping down the pylon, delaying MOOnGLaDe's chance to get his expansion up. Definitely going to be a good move for MOOnGLaDe to have gone for the spawning pool first in this case. And now looks like Squirtle's going to try and use this probe to do a little bit of annoying things, but really MOOnGLaDe's going to continue to tech up. Okay, Squirtle is getting a Cybernetics Core. Probably see a 3-gate expand. We'll see if he throws down the Vespene Geyser fairly soon, as that is really a very strong indicator around this timing that the assimilator should go up. And there it is. So Squirtle looks like he really will be going for the 3-gate expand. And looks like MOOnGLaDe is going to be able to get up his Expo now if he so desires. Looks like these Zergers are going to make sure that this area is safe. This probe could actually throw down another pylon, but no, it's trying to escape with its life. And we do have MOOnGLaDe sending down a drone. And this will be turning into a hatchery in a moment. Though it looks like he started building a drone right before he could build the hatchery. And the hatchery is going to go down. No. Oh, yes, there it is. Okay, looks like this probe will actually be able to return home alive. We do have a Zealot here at hold position to save that guy. And now that drone is going to do the magical walkthrough to stay alive. And Squirtle's going to go ahead and send back his probe. He's not going to try and save it and bring it back into his main, but he's going to try and get scouting information with it. Which is actually a good move to see if MOOnGLaDe tried to go for like a one-base roach bust or something as opposed to going for the expansion. Oh, excuse me. Looks like MOOnGLaDe's doing a good job of also watching for drops early on, setting his Overlords into great positions to try and see everything that Squirtle could possibly do. We do have the 3-gate being put down, so we'll probably see an Expo coming up once Warp Gate is done. There's going to probably be morphing in straight sentries. We do have a sentry in production right now, so it's really looking very, very standard from both players. Okay, looks like this probe is still alive. This is a crazy good marathon probe. Let's see if he's actually going to be able to stay alive even now, as Squirrel's just going to go right back into MOOnGLaDe's base, but speed does finish just in time to kill that probe. Queen is going down, creep is being spread. Let's compare his creep spread to Damaga's. Damaga's creep spread was really very lacking in that game I casted of him. Looks like MOOnGLaDe is going to transfer a lot of his drones down there. Is going to continue mining up the extractor again, as he did stop after getting that spawning pool metabolic boost upgrade. We do have a Roach Warren coming down now, as well as a lair, so MOOnGLaDe is going to be able to get a very strong Roach army force up there, and he did sacrifice these Overlords to really get the full scout, doing the 2 Overlord scouts so he can actually make sure to really not miss anything. However, both are going to be taken out. The question is, was it worth it? He does see the 3-gate. He knows it's going to be a 3-gate expand. We do have this Nexus being put down already, so Squirtle is not doing anything crazy weird, and MOOnGLaDe did lose a couple of Overlords. He did produce enough just in case he lost both of them, as he does have 44 max out of 34 what he has. Throwing out a Spine Caller as well, but really, This is going to be good for Squirtle that he was able to kill those Overlords. The Stargate's going to be coming down now. Squirtle does enjoy his Void Rays. He definitely does, and Phoenix is as well. Maybe he's going to go for the Void Ray, then the Phoenix like he did last time, using the Void Ray for a little bit of harass and poking around and really threatening a lot of damage that the Void Ray is capable of doing against Moonglade to try and force some things, but oh, that probe is going to go down, and yeah, and then these sentries are just going to go ahead and save their lives. But is this I don't think the Stargate was actually caught by Moonglade. I don't think he actually could see that. Let's just double check. Yes, that Stargate was not seen. That's really unfortunate. That Overlord, if that had seen that, that would have been really key. Okay, but now we have Moonglade running around, make sure there's no weird things going around, no proxies or anything. But Moonglade is now getting Burrow as well as Glitter Constitution, so he's going to go for a very strong Roach play. We do the Spine Crawler up, and it's going to be some creep vomiting. There we go. And the creep vomiting down there as well. There will be soon. But still, we have double gas there. No third and fourth gases. We'll see if Moonglade is going to go for Mutas or Hydras or something else. However, I do know he's going to go immediately for a third base. Very, very interesting third base time. It's about a minute and a half, 2 minutes before what you would generally see. But really, he's perfectly safe as Squirtle is really being contained inside his own base. He doesn't have a lot of infrastructure to defend with and really use against anything. He is, however, running around with his Void Ray. Does have 2 kills. Most likely they were Overlord kills. And so Moonglade's got to know that that is there. He's got to be careful of this third base, as this is a very vulnerable thing that Squirtle is going to be taking advantage of right now, as we do watch him go ahead and start charging up on the hatchery. We'll see if Moonglade is forced to cancel it, or if the Hydra's going to be able to pop out in time. Hydra's then has completed. In the production tab, we do see 3 Hydra's going down, but really, this is going to be really close. See what the because the hatchery's health is going down. We do have Moonglade trying to use these ground units to tank a lot of damage. We do have a Queen who actually ended up forcing the Void Ray to go a little bit farther away, but the Void Ray could actually take down that Queen. But another Queen is coming here. 3 Queens. Moonglade really wants to save this hatchery. He could transfuse it. But we do have a Phoenix going down now, and oh yep, there is one Queen. It's gonna get lifted off as Squirtle does try and kill it. Third Queen is now there, though, and so now this Void Ray is taking a lot of damage, a lot of almost unnecessary damage. There's almost enough for transfuse on this guy. We'll see if nope, no transfuse is going to happen, but this hatchery is now very vulnerable for any type of push. It will take a long time for it to heal, and this Void Ray could be just waiting to try and take it out. Spore Crawlers might be a good idea to plop down here, and Moonglade does throw down the Creep Tumor instead of the transfuse, so that's going to allow him to connect his bases and really be effective with this. However, his creep spread is really not that great. Squirtle's continuing to tech up. He's getting a Robo now, and that Robo, if he gets Colossi, would be a great move, as the Hydra's count for Moonglade is continuing to increase. We do have these Phoenixes going to go ahead and try and take out some Overlords, and they will succeed in taking down that Overlord, as well as moving around these guys. And really, Moonglade's lost a lot of Overlords this game. There's been a great job of Overlord hunting from Squirtle. Squirtle's just showing to be very mobile, even with his passivity back here, using the Stargate units to really keep his map presence and scouting knowledge up to date. So Gateway Force, however, is kind of small. Very few units. Squirtle's really relying on no large push happening at the front. Trying to use his units to keep Moonglade inside his base, and that's really succeeding. Moonglade's doing a good job of taking up. He's getting Groove Spines and doing everything correctly. He's getting a Macro Hatch as well. You can see his minerals are a little bit high. Doing this very preemptively, which is a great move, as he's going to be able to get a lot of income with this third base. You'll notice that the fact that he transferred so many drones in the beginning is really helping him have a lot more mineral patches in the mid-game-ish at his main. You can see he's really at very least 500 in all these patches. Some 800 on one of them. So now Moonglade is going to be able to actually really mine those out at very similar times. They're really not that not very different, a couple minutes apart, and that's it. So Squirtle is now going to try and get up his third base, which is going to be a really good idea, as he's going to be able to tech up even more and get a lot of more units, as this game is very passive, and he can probably get away with getting that Expo. Another Overlord goes down, and Phoenixes are still trying to do a lot of damage, and they are succeeding. 3 kills on this Phoenix, and they were all Overlords. There's no air units out for Moonglade. He's just now getting up his Spire, wherever that is. Is this the Spire? That's an Evolution Chamber, which is different from a Spire, because a Spire is right here. We do have an Overseer going down as well. Moonglade's going to probably want to try and find a way to scout, throw in a Changeling, do something. We do have Colossi with Extended Thermal Lance coming down for Squirtle. Okay, so first Colossi is out. Are there any upgrades? There is +1 upgrades, but there's no Twilight Council quite yet. So nothing more than that for that, but the Twilight Council is going down as well. The upgrades will be able to increase once this Twilight Council has completed. Okay, we do have all these Zergans going to run in, try and get some scouting done. They will, however, run into a lot of units and die. The Colossi are going to get a few swipes on the Colossi, 3 kills. 3 Zergans down, not too big a deal for MoonGlade. However, he's got to be careful of this growing strength of this army. He actually probably had enough earlier on to destroy it. With the unit counting station, we have 14 roaches and 10 hydras. That would be enough to take out this small army if they were alone. However, there are the phoenixes and void rays that are on the field. Speaking of which, here's the void trying to come back for a little bit of revenge. However, if he continues to stay there, he's going to lose a lot of life, and the void ray does go down. Okay. So the Void Ray did manage to get taken out. Let's see if MoonGlade is going to continue to get up his bases. We do have him. He could get a 4th base up fairly soon, but he might just want to sit on 3 bases, macro up a large force, start pushing, and then get his 4th base. He's got to be aware his Squirtle does have his 3rd base of his own. You can see that it did just start mining. And look down here at this 3rd base, MoonGlade has mined a significant amount more. A couple hundred mineral patches, a couple hundred minerals down on each patch. Look at the spending. If you add this up, it's looking to be about even. However, MoonGlade does not have as much invested in terms of technology. That could be a little bit of an issue, though Protoss is the tech race. So MoonGlade should be okay. Even with that, he's just got to be able to use his forces very efficiently, as Squirtle is looking to be pretty strong with his armies. He's able to slowly get up even more, and he's even got High Templar out now. Storm is almost completed, not quite yet. This is a lot of DPS coming out from, a lot of area of effect DPS coming out from Squirtle. So if he gets a few good shots off simultaneously between the Storm and the Colossi, MoonGlade is really going to be looking to be in worse for wear. However, MoonGlade is trying to get the gold expo. If he can get this up and get mining from that, that will really help his economy. That extra boost in the gold minerals is so significant. He's also running around with these changelings, which actually can... Oh, that is intriguing. If you're trying to find an observer in your base and you can't see it, run around changelings, because the changelings will actually sense the observer and morph into that race, interestingly enough. So there's a little fun note for you guys. And that looks like Squirrel actually wanted to start putting up to get another base, and he's going to go for the gold as well. We could have a gold v gold situation over here without siege tanks. It's going to be in favor of Squirrel because he's got Colossi for sieging. Broodlords would be great as well, but MoonGlade, ooh, MoonGlade, oh, great size storms. That is so bad for MoonGlade. There's a perfect size storm force with combination, and now Squirtle, with his weaker army though, has a lot of DPS, and there is another perfect size storm on a lot of units that were caked in there, just completely compressed, and MoonGlade just lost a lot for very little. Look at the units lost that for a second, vastly in favor of Squirtle, with great Side Storm, and now he's got Archons as well. He's got Archons, he's got Side Storms, and he has done so much damage. He's lost only 14 units this entire game. That is very significant. Granted, there was 1 or 2 Colossi in there, but it doesn't matter when you have the greatest Side Storms and Forces combination ever. So MoonGlade is trying to continue to tech up, and here we have a lot of units that are about to fall down to these Stalkers, a lot of Overlords. That is going to hurt. You can actually see the splash damage from these Archons hitting every single one of those guys, and MoonGlade is now significantly supply block from that, trying to push in to save his base. Oh god, the force fields are so good though. However, Squirrel's in a bad spot, and MoonGlade could just continue to push in, but he's going to lose his hatchery. No canceling of that. Oh, is it Broodlord's going to take out the Templar? That would be kind of funny, but no, it's not going to happen. But yeah, that gold base does get taken out. These guys could get morphed into drones and then just re-go in there. But look at this counterattack from MoonGlade at the gold base of Squirrel, going to take it out. Blink on those Stalkers, and now, oh, MoonGlade's just going to go ahead and run away. Nexus does get re-put down. No new hatchery over there. No new hatchery anywhere else on the map either. So MoonGlade could end up being behind a base, as this 4th for Squirrel is now faster than MoonGlade's, as MoonGlade has not been able to use his gold at all, really. A little bit of mining it, but nothing significant. And these 2 Phoenixes are still going to be running around and be in perfect time to see MoonGlade's 4th go down. And oh, look at this, MoonGlade's also re-putting down the gold base. But here we go, attack up here. We do have burrowed roaches down there, Hydras as well, and it looks like Storm is going to be beautiful and ripping off everything down there. And now we have more Templar coming in. They are going to continue to wreck everything with these storms. So much DPS, so much area effect, and Squirtle is going to be able to push in and do a lot of damage to MoonGlade right now. MoonGlade is going to have to cancel this hatchery again, as Squirtle's going to push in and take that out. Is MoonGlade cancel? MoonGlade doesn't cancel. Oh, that is bad. And this base is still up there. And look at this. The gold expo is almost up for Squirtle. He's going to be in a really good spot once that goes up. Okay, MoonGlade does have a good, solid, great, oh my god, huge roach count, and on Creep's gonna be able to chase down a lot of units, and oh, he snipes off the Templar. That is a beautiful move, and now, oh, look at that, Squirtle just killed off his own Zealot with a Psystorm. It's rather unfortunate, but look at this. Blink going to go up, and MoonGlade does have a very strong force, but reduce that Blink. Oh, he's now vulnerable to this. MoonGlade's going to go ahead and dodge the storms very well. Archons are coming in, though, and doing a lot of damage, taking a lot of damage. And there's a Blink. Swirl just blinked into a really huge Roach Concave, but this Immortal, look over there, 10-kill Immortal, just doing so much damage to everything that's armored, and it's not getting targeted down. 11 kills, 12 kills, and there's the individual Blink Michael going down there. This Archon is actually about to die. If it gets hit, there we go. Mortals, oh, Mortals still there, 12 kills. Reinforcement Stalkers are back here now. MoonGlade does have a ton of roaches, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Looks like he's going to start bringing in drones to the battle. Oh, wow, he really just wants to be able to kill off that army. All of these roaches are still alive, and MoonGlade can just retreat with his drones. He needs to have them mining. His hatchery up here is now up during this time, but look at this. Doing a lot of damage as Squirtle is going to have to blink away. He does have blink recharge. He's going to, no, he's not going to. But now these drones from MoonGlade are just going to go ahead and transfer over here. But look at this. These Phoenixes are still going to see everything going down. And there are Hydras in here that can start forcing away these Phoenixes. But that does not seem like that's really going to be happening anytime soon. Squirrel's now getting up a 5th base. This gold has been up and running for a scary amount of time. That pushing up the front really distracted MoonGlade. It prevented MoonGlade from being able to do any damage to this base. And look at this. Almost 500 minerals from each of these mineral patches have been mined. Squirrel's income has got to be so much better than... Oh, actually pretty even. Looks like MoonGlade still has this base, so he has 3 mining bases, all at full mineral saturation. So that's really going to save him. He's actually behind in terms of the worker count, 69 and 64. But if you look at this, the food count's in favor of MoonGlade, even with all that attacking. So great move there. Now he's going to push in, start doing some harassment and taking out these probes, but that's going to be a little risky as it's going to run away and then run into all of these units. Blink is going to prevent them from doing anything, and oh, he's trying to use his tunneling claws, but oh, MoonGlade, there you go. You can't do that when there's an Observer and Immortals there. But look at this, full energy Templar are out. That is deadly. But look at this, another attack down here, but Templar back here are doing some amazing storms to end up defending this, as all these roaches are now in the red and orange. Tunneling Claws is going to go ahead and heal them up, but look at this counterattack up here from Squirtle. He's going to be able to probably take out this base. He's got to deal with all these roaches in here, but this is going to be a really, really key battle. We do have Immortals down here, and oh, Storms down there on the flanking roaches. They're going to be tanking. Oh, they're eating so much damage. Oh god, this Squirtle is doing such great use of High Templars. A lot of kills on these Immortals, but they're starting to get taken out. But Squirtle blinking back these Stalkers so efficiently. MoonGlade's still trying to push in, and there it is. A lot more Roachers are going to be in here, and this army for Squirtle is going to go down. But Squirtle can just blink away these 3 Stalkers to try and escape. But look at this, MoonGlade is aware of this, and oh, it's going to be caught off guard? Does not seem so. They're just going to go away and heal their health. So MoonGlade does save this, but how many drone kills did he lose? He's out 47 drones. This is looking good for Squirtle and bad for MoonGlade. Squirtle is continuing to produce Immortals, very smart choice, but nothing from the Stargate as of yet. How are his upgrades looking? 2-1 upgrades, that's pretty good. MoonGlade's at 2-0 upgrades, no carapace quite yet or anything. Squirrel's now getting up this base yet again. That was taken out earlier with that push down at the bottom. But now, oh, look at this. He's got to be careful with these guys. It's that Hydra is sacrificial, and this Roach is burrowed for some reason. Okay, that's interesting enough. But now we have Squirtle going to have to take some damage down there. And we do have MoonGlade try and get his gold back up yet again. He has mined very little. And now, oh, that does get cancelled. So MoonGlade is going to start pushing in and deal a lot of damage. But there's going to be a lot of Psystorms going on there. But the Templars are still in the back. Where is the Psystorm? If they can just get one right there, that would be huge. There's a Psystorm doing a good job there. But losing a lot of those Templars. And now this one's basically out of energy. No more Templar are in quite yet. But it doesn't matter as MoonGlade just lost a lot of his Roaches. Okay, is there, I'm just curious to see if Kadarin, yep, Kadarin Amulet was researched. And now Squirtle has got a gold mining probe down there. But this is really not looking too good for Moonglade right now. Moonglade's trying to get his bases up again, but he's been pretty contained, not able to get very many bases, and now he's really only on essentially 2 mining bases, with only one of them going to be around for much longer. If you look at this, Squirrel's got his gold, Squirrel's got his third, and Squirrel's get up a fourth, while still being able to mine a little bit from his second. So Squirrel's economy is looking so much better than Moonglade's, and is Moonglade going to cancel a hatchery? Yes, he does cancel the hatchery. Perfect timing. The income is actually fairly even, all things considered. But, oh, look at this. Moonglade's going to try and take out the gold, but there are a lot of cannons down. He's going to go for the pylon, but then not do really very much damage, forcing the probes to run away. But this isn't... He's going to try to take out the Nexus. He could take out the Nexus, but oh, look at these warp-ins. Are there going to be any Templars in here? No, they are all Stalkers. But there are photon cannons, and look at this. Double Observer going to come up here and scout these guys twice as much. So there we go. The Stalkers doing a great job blinking up, taking down any retreating people from Moonglade. Moonglade is really not looking too great right now. He's losing a lot of stuff. There's going to be another blink up to try and take those guys out. Squirtle does have the blinking capacity right now. Going to be able to warp in a lot of more units. And now look at this. Moonglade again going for the counterattack. Knows he can't take this army straight on. Not with the micro and the Stalkers count, and really not the massive Zealot count for Squirtle. This is really looking bad for Moonglade, as he's now just losing a lot of stuff. Templar now in the mix yet again. A lot of energy there. And look at this. Moonglade's being forced to pull his drones. Oh, not pulling drones. He's just trying to escape with them. And only one of them is going to survive. That is rough. This Spire is about to go down. And all these reinforcement roaches are going to go down. This Archon's got a lot of kills. We do have these Templar running on. No drones to really storm up there. So it's going to go away with the army. And now, okay, we do. Oh, look at that massive counterattack from Moonglade, doing what the only thing he really can do to try and stay in this. That Templar did a great job trying to defend, and now here we go. Moonglade has all these roaches. Not enough to really defend, though. Any amount of size storms and Stalker control is going to render all of these guys useless. And there's some, wow, 3 storms working on top of each other, putting all those guys into the yellow fairly quickly. Moonglade is supply blocked, but he's about to lose enough drones and everything that it's not going to be a problem anymore. But Moonglade does manage to heal up, and he's going to be able to snipe off the Templar. That is great, but oh, nope, he's going to eat another side storm. Templar count is looking fairly good, but there's no storms left in this army for Squirtle. But Squirtle might not matter. Squirtle's got so much more. Roach Reinforcements going to take out one of those Stalkers. And oh, look at this. Are you guys going to get a storm off when they die? They do get storms off. Oh, that is really good. But Moonglade is going to have to deal with this. There's going to be Stalker's going to blink up. Moonglade is not looking too great now. He does finally have another base up there, but there's no mining for it. Moonglade is really low on the drone count right now. He's trying to run away his drones, keep them alive, but really Squirtle has got a very, very beefy army right now. 43 roaches is Moonglade's entire army, and now Squirtle is going to try and make it to the end game as Moonglade attempts to dodge storms. Really the only storm there is, but still, this guy is losing a lot of stuff. Squirtle's micro is just too good. He's not losing Stalkers. Zealots are still here tanking damage, and now Squirtle is going to actually be able to take away all of Moonglade's units. They are going down. Are there any reinforcements for him? That could be really helpful, but instead he's just going to continue blinking to keep all of his Stalkers alive, and Moonglade does say GG. That was a really, really cool game. Moonglade playing well, but he just got controlled by Squirtle. That was awesome. Very cool game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. We just saw Moonglade losing to Squirtle in a very, very cool game. I like the gold expos and how Squirtle did such a good job of just dominating any expo attempts from Moonglade. Thank you guys. I'm going to say goodbye now.